Rather than using their powers for good, genius criminal minds spend their time in figuring out how to pull off the most perfect crimes in history.
You use Evian skin cream. And sometimes you wear lead on. But not today.
In today's video, we are looking at one such brilliant criminal in the history. A 33-year-old woman, visiting a beautiful small island in Okinawa, suddenly complained of acute chest pain. She was immediately taken to the hospital, but died despite the strenuous efforts of the emergency doctors. The doctors diagnosed her death as caused by a myocardial infarction, an unfortunate sudden death. Note that there are more than 40,000 deaths caused by myocardial infarction in Japan alone. It is not uncommon, but one young doctor named Ahino felt something was suspicious about this death, and so he took 30 cc of blood sample from the woman just in case. Things started to get a bit fishy when a middle-aged man called Kamiya, who claimed to be the woman's husband, appeared at the insurance office. Surprisingly, the man applied to receive $2 million for his wife's death. His monthly insurance premium on her policy was $2,000 a month, an amount that is improbably high for a regular businessman to be able to pay for a long period of time. The police started to suspect something was wrong and began the investigation. Lots of suspicious information popped up. Kamiya and the woman were married 1 month after they first met. On top of that, Kamiya previously had 2 wives who also died in similarly suspicious manners. As a result of the 2 previous deaths, Kamiya had already received a substantial amount of insurance money. Dr. Ahino also started his investigation. He tried to discover what kind of poison could lead to ventricular fibrillation, of which there are numerous kinds. Aconitine, which is found in natural flowers, is 10 times more lethal than potassium cyanide and was once used by Cleopatra to kill her brother. It opens the sodium channel inside the body, which leads to the excitement of the muscles and organs, resulting in death. Aconitine was the most suspicious poison. It was a gamble for Dr. Ahino. He only had 30 cc of a blood sample. Experiment equipment was not advanced yet, and they weren't able to measure the blood many times over. Fortunately for Ahino, he was able to find aconitine in her blood. Despite aconitine being found in his apartment, Kamiya was still confident that he was innocent. The police and Ahino could still not solve one big mystery. It was the timing. Aconitine is a poison that could kill you in minutes. The last time the woman had taken medicine was more than 2 hours before the attack. Aconitine would have killed her in several minutes. The police tried to prove that using a thicker capsule would delay the dissolution, but they discovered that thickening the capsule only delays the poisoning for a few minutes. Time is on Kamiya's side. Now, how would you solve this mystery? The answer was yet another of the most dangerous poisons in nature. Tetrodotoxin, a deadly neurotoxin found in blowfish. Kamiya had exploited the conflicting mechanisms of the 2 poisons. Basically, aconitine is a poison that makes your sodium channels of your muscles and neurons open, while tetrodotoxin inhibits the sodium channels, preventing muscles from receiving messages from the neurons. The 2 poisons basically cancel out each other's effect. However, the trick is that the 2 have different durations of their effects, resulting in the slower disappearing aconitine, killing the victim after a much longer period of time than usual. Ahino finally discovers the mechanism, and tetrodotoxin was found in the remaining blood sample. Kamiya was arrested and was sentenced to life imprisonment. Kamiya had been testing for hours to determine the perfect amount of poison that could result in the exact timing, using rats as test subjects. What's the most frightening is that if Dr. Ahino didn't suspect the murder, none of this would have been revealed and Kamiya wouldn't have stopped his hunt.